Monday, but we're gonna rotate, or the cross sections are perpendicular to the y-axis. The what? Okay, so you might go to the back and write down just kind of the general formula. So cross sections perpendicular to y-axis. Because we're perpendicular to the y-axis, everything's got to be in terms of y. So remember that means it's solved for x. So our limits for our integral will be y values. So it's like the bottom of the shape to the top of the shape, and those are both y values. And then we're integrating the area and times dy. And the area is going to be in terms of y. And you plug in right minus left for whatever. I'm going to write for whatever though, that seems weird. But like if for the base, or the radius, or the height, or whatever they're asking. So when we did this Monday, it was just like the reverse. This was left and right, and those are both x values. We still integrated the area, but it was times dx. Everything had to be in terms of x, and we plug in top and spot. So it's just flipping your perspective. So if I go back to the front, start looking at, I'm sorry, anybody need that still? Did I go too fast or work on? That's it. I don't think you split me off. Alright, so we are perpendicular to the y-axis. So I can put a dy over there right away. And I know that these two, the limits of my integral need to be y values. So it's like the very bottom of my shape and the very top of my shape. So 0 and 1. They're telling you that we have a rectangle with the heights twice that of the side. So like we know area is based on height of a rectangle. They're saying the height is 2 times the base. That sucks. So don't we just have 2b squared? So up there we're going to put, that's 2 base squared. Our base is going to be right minus left, which we'll figure out as soon as I get a better pen. So if you remember Monday, this kind of same thing happened. This looks like it's one equation, and it is one equation if you are in terms of x. But when you switch it to in terms of y, I've got to solve that equation for x. So like y equals x squared over 9. I'm trying to get x by itself, because everything needs to be in terms of y. So multiply both sides by 9. So it'll be like 9y equals x squared. And then you square root, but remember there's 2 square roots, so you get plus or minus the square root of 9y. If you want to be fancy, you could pull the 3 out of, because you can take the square root of the 9. Those are the exact same thing. That doesn't matter. I don't have a preference, just if it's multiple choice. The watch doesn't recognize both. And then this equation here, well, if the x values are positive, we're to the right, so this guy is x equals positive square root of 9y. And if your x values are negative, you're on the left. So that's the negative so these are all gonna be, this distance here will be the base of a rectangle where the height is like 2 times smaller. You know, another one. Not a lot of room to draw these, but something like that. And the base every time, because we're doing 2 times base squared, the base is right minus left, so it's root 9y minus negative root 9y. That would be your setup. Question on that anywhere? Where'd you get this? Why did you do this? Try 2. Right, I'm just curious, not being here Monday when we start. Does that make any sense to you at all? Yeah. Yeah. We got isosceles right triangles. A bunch of these things. That's beautiful. You guys will, tomorrow's normal, right? Yes. For you guys by this point in the day. Tomorrow we'll start doing like AP problems where they ask you like multiples of these at once. Like I was saying the other day, they give you a shape and they're like, hey, find the area, find the volume rotated around this, find the cross section. Like they just start hitting all these different things with one shape, so we'll practice some of those. Okay, so I want everything to be, because we're perpendicular to the y-axis, it's basically telling you what variable we need to be in terms of. So we're going to be in terms of y. So I can throw my dy there. My boundaries are going to be the lower and upper y values. So 0 and 4. Isosceles right triangles. So the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. But if it's isosceles, the base and the height are the same, so we can write it as 1/2 b squared. So I'm going to put, and you can even put the 1/2 out there. You can put it either spot. The base is going to go in here. And that needs to be right minus left because we're going across. So it's the same as the last one. I've got to solve this for, this is incredibly similar to the last one, isn't it? I've got to solve that for x. So y equals x squared over 4. So 4y equals x squared. So plus or minus square root of 4y equals x. Am I going too fast? You guys are still writing. Or some of you are on the next page, I can't tell what. Give me thumbs up or down, like right now. This is fine? Okay. So the right-hand equation, that's equals the square root of 4y. That over there is the negative square root of 4y. And then you'll have right minus left, which is root 4y minus negative root 4y. So you guys weren't still writing, you were moving ahead. You're at 14? You're at 24 already?
Yeah.
I guess just go ahead and look through it and see like, hey, this one looks goofy. See if there's any you want me to do or talk through or set up or anything. What'd you say, Jason? So you don't want me to talk anymore is what you're saying? Fine. So this is one of those, like, it seems easy, much easier when you know that this is what we're doing today. Everything needs to be in terms of y today. Tomorrow, when I start mixing everything up, it does get a little more confusing for most people. So try to think through, like, why you're doing what you're doing instead of just, like, I'm doing the same thing every two. You know what I mean? Like, you're putting it in terms of y because it says perpendicular to the y. Not because it's Wednesday.
It says why.
It's a good one.
Why is
Oh. You want to test Monday? Let me see. I don't know how I didn't go at the same pace, but whatever. Hello? This is Mr. Davis. Okay. That's okay. You too, see it. Answers are attached, right? I put them in the back? Okay.
Dude.
You okay?
I knew we were referencing the same thing. Would I like that? I'll bypass. Trampolines.
I mean, I don't, this is easy. I'm not collecting, or I don't want to say.
I just need to decide my brain cell.
You think you're good? You know, no one's collecting is what I'm saying. You just gotta make sure I do.
I think.
Try to provide your ample opportunity to do that. You don't wanna do the whole thing, just not do it. You could do it across volumes of cross sections. It's pretty straight. It's crazy. I was way ahead of all of my peers.